Everyone, Shivam Moran here, and I go on walks every day, and I think about, particularly at this time of year, I think about all of the elements of how nature works and how so many things are miraculous. I have outside my windows oftentimes every spring and sometimes in the fall, hummingbird nests, and it's magical to watch that whole process from starting the nest to it takes months, and it's really fascinating. So it got me thinking about this upcoming challenge that I've put together for you. It starts today in a couple of hours, and we kind of think miracles are beyond us. And it wasn't that long ago that electricity was a miracle. It wasn't that long ago where speaking on the phone was magic. How did you speak to somebody somewhere else when you talked into a device? It hasn't been that long. It hasn't even been that long since they were connected to a wall, and now I get to speak to you like this. And it also wasn't around 50 years ago where we could talk computer to computer, let alone video to video, let alone kind of our own TV stations. It's magical to think about all of the things we couldn't do, say, like 50 years ago. And, even thinking about, mass production of t-shirts, it was in the mid-late 1800s that mass production of fabric came about. And so now we have this whole industry that's based upon fast casual. So every time we see that something is a miracle, something is a magical thing, there are so many realities that we have in our world today that just didn't exist before. And the really fascinating thing about that is we take them for granted. I mean, my goodness, we can click something on a computer and a day later, sometimes even that day, sometimes within an hour, have it delivered to us. And we went from our idea all the way into our pockets or maybe our bellies. And so there are so many things that are miraculous and magical, yet it's amazing how we don't have that formula to apply it to our own lives, to apply it to our own abundance, to apply it to our own beingness and doingness and thrivingness and havingness and growth and taking that next step. It wasn't, it's been a year since we were able to have the idea of having a fast vaccine. I was in the pharmaceutical industry for many years, long time ago, but when I was in it, the very bare minimum was 10 years before a product could get to market. It took a year. Which is unimaginable. And the reality of this is we play small. We play super small in our lives. We play super small in our miracle and magic thinking. Maybe we're just looking for a parking space, but there's more. There's more for us, and we don't have a fraction of being audacious to go for that bigger one, to utilize a formula, to maybe we don't even know a formula. So magical thinking is beautiful. The idea of magical thinking is sit there, do nothing, and stuff will come. And it kind of requires a few more things than that. It's actually, there's an actual formula for sitting there doing nothing. Because even if you're sitting there doing nothing, you're actually thinking. True. Even if you're watching a movie, you're actually thinking. And so there's a process that I'm going to take you through in this 5-day challenge. And we're calling it the Woolah Miracles and Magic Challenge to Prosper. And so I want to invite you to this. This is our last invitation to you before it starts today. And you can go to Woolah, WOOLAH.LIFE, http://WOOLAH.LIFE, and you can join, you can participate. I'm going to answer your questions. We're going to have an interactive conversation. And I want to teach you this formula that is in plain sight that you can use, and let's create some miracles for you. Let's create at least one. I'm hoping for 5 miracles for you over the next 5 days. 50 would be great and magical, but I'm gonna go for one, but my real idea is to get you 5 or more. So join me at woolah.life, and the challenge starts today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yes, it will be recorded. Yes, you will have access. Yes, you will be in a private Facebook group where it is just us, and you get your own exclusive access. So I'll see you on the inside. My name is Siobhan Moran. You can find the challenge at woolah.life, WOOLAH.LIFE. I can't wait to see you on the inside. Now, this particular time of the year is so wonderful to create miracles and magic.